This is going to be a very basic walkthrough of ArcGIS Pro just to help you get started with basic navigation. First of all, after you've launched ArcGIS Pro and opened your map, you may see a blank screen like this. If that's the case, that means the map isn't open yet. So to view any of the maps that you have in your particular project, you would click on the View menu up here and then click on the Catalog pane. And then look for this icon here that says Maps, and it might be closed. If so, then just open that, and then right-click on the map and say Open. So this will display your map in whatever zoom level it was captured in when it was saved. So to zoom into the map, use the scroll wheel, and so you push forward to go closer and pull back to go further out. You can also click, and if you're in Explorer mode here, you can click and you can move the mouse around. So you're basically dragging the map around to navigate that way. And then let's set a reference scale. So right now, as I zoom in, if you look at the dots, they basically stay the same size. I can actually set this to a certain point. And then if I go to View and then Contents, so this will put us on the Contents pane right here. You can then right-click on the map and say Set Reference Scale. So now when I zoom in, the dots will actually get larger. So it's kind of fixing things in place. If you want to clear that, you right-click again and say Clear Reference Scale. So now let's go into selection mode. So right now I'm in Explorer mode, so if I click on a feature like this dot here, it's going to give me a pop-up. But there's another option, and that's selection. And so if I click on the select option, let me actually find the normal place for that here. Here we go, select. And now I can draw a rectangle. So if I draw a rectangle and I end up including this dot, then it's going to be selected. So another important feature that goes along with that is attributes. And so that lets you see all the different data elements associated to that particular feature. So if you're on the Map tab and then click on the Attributes button, then you will see all the attributes in this Attributes pane here. So if you see here, I've got various types of information associated to that particular feature. And I can scroll and I can see the full list. If there's more than what fits inside this little pane right here. And you can also change values. So I can click in here, I get a drop down, so I can change that to a different value. Or if I want to type in a number here, I can type in a value here, and so on and so forth. You can also, while you're in the selection mode, be able to move features around. So right now I have this item selected. I can click on Edit, and then I can click on the Move button. And then you'll see this yellow dot appear. So now I can drag this to a new location. It'll leave the old kind of a ghost image of where it came from, and then it shows you where you're at. And then to commit that change, you click on this checkbox down below. And so if you happen to have made a mistake, let's say that you really wanted that to go back to where it was, you moved the wrong item, you can use the undo option. So at the very upper left-hand corner here, you see that. You can also press Control-Z, and that will move that back into place. If you want to redo that, so put it back to where it was, you can do Control-Y or click on the redo button, and that will send it back to its original location. You can also delete features, and the way to do that is first by selecting it. So let's select this one here, and then I'm going to go to the Attributes window again. This time I just clicked on the tab below since I was already pulled up, so I didn't have to go and reopen it again. And you can see that I've got this item selected, so this matches what we have here. These two things go together. If I then right-click and then say Delete, then it will delete that item. You can also do this with multiple selections as well. And so this time I'm going to draw a larger rectangle. And so now I've got a number of these all highlighted, and these are all displaying in the Attributes window at the same time. And so right now I just have one selected. So if I were to right click and say delete, I could just delete the single one that we have there. But I can also click the shift key and go to the very end and click again. And now I've got all of these highlighted. So if I then say delete this time, then all of them are deleted. The same is true for entering data. If you want to modify 3 of these at the same time, you can highlight them all, and then I can change a value here just by going in and selecting it that way. So that will take care of updating those at the same time. So finally, let's look at saving. There's really 2 different types of saving. One is saving the project file. So right now we're working with a project file which has connections to the different databases, data sources, and also has all the map configuration, formatting, etc. And so that option's in the upper left-hand corner. So let's say we change the symbology, or we did something where we added a layer to a map. That's what the project is, and you click on Save in that upper left-hand corner to do that. The other option is saving your actual data changes. So if you click on this Edit menu and then click on Save, it'll then say, do you want to save all your edits? You click on Yes when you're ready to, and I actually clicked on this button so I can kind of see what was changing. It shows me the layers that were impacted, and then I can just say Yes, and then all my changes will be saved at that point.